So,
So, well, as I was saying and stuff, when we started the Fashion Week in Serbia, it was the original brain child of my friend, Svetlana Horvat. She'd been my friend for quite a number of years, and I'd actually gone to Serbia once for her own fashion show. And when she called me to tell me that as president of the National Fashion Chamber of Serbia, that they were finally going to go ahead and organize a fashion week, and she needed my help, and she wanted to know if I would come, and I told her sure. But then she told me her dates, and I was like, Svetlana, sorry, I can't come. I'll do what I can, but I can't help you. I can't go there. She was like, why? I said, because of your dates. I said, because this other fashion week had already announced their dates like months ago, and they're not going to appreciate that you're organizing a fashion week in Serbia on the same dates, because when you do that, you're competing for the same international press that go to other fashion weeks outside of Paris, London, and Milan. Okay, and I said, and besides, I'd already promised these people 6 months ago that I was going to go to the fashion week, so I can't like tell them no. You're my friend and I love you, but I can't just tell these people no, I'm not going to go. So she asked me what to do, and then I told her that talk with the designer. The first thing you have to do is contact the hotels that are your sponsor and ask those hotels if you change your dates, will they still have availability? Because the hotels are like the partners and they give you free rooms and stuff. When you start. So, and then I said you contact the designers and you tell the designers that you've delayed the fashion week by 3 weeks, and you explain to them that by changing the dates, that allows them the time to work on their collections more, give them 3 extra weeks. I mean, what designer doesn't need extra time for their collection? Number two, I said, and it allows us to be able to invite other international journalists here, because you're not competing with the journalists with the fashion weeks who have journalists who've already said they're going to go to this other fashion week in Poland. And number three, it also allows you the opportunity to be able to invite designers from that fashion week, because you're not at the same dates as theirs. And that's how we started, and it was really a learning experience, a big learning curve and stuff. I've been doing my job for a very long time in fashion, because I did a television show for already nearly 10 years. And in my TV show, you had everyone in it, like Donatella Versace, Jean Paul Gaultier, Vivienne Westwood, Karl Lagerfeld, Christian Lacroix, John Varvatos, Sophie Albu at the time, from Paul and Joe, so Elie Saab, and all of these other fantastic persons. Um, so I knew what it takes to organize a fashion week, because as a journalist, I know exactly what I expect. So I told her, I said, yes, I will help you. I will come to Serbia. She asked me, will you help me invite people? I said, yes, but before, I can do this, I need to come to Serbia, and I need to help you make some important decisions about where to hold the fashion show. I need to meet your team. I need to help you train the team, because this was literally a fashion week that started with people who really did not have um, the levels of experience that, of course, that we have now. So everybody had to learn. Everybody had to be willing to say, okay, I don't know how to do this, but I want to learn to do this. But the most important thing was people came in with their energy. People came in with the desire to do it, and they wanted to learn. So and that's what made it a great thing. And so now within Europe, this is the fifth largest fashion week in Europe. After Paris, London, Milan, and Madrid, it's the fifth largest. If you want to include Russia in it, then I believe the Moscow Fashion Week, then it would be like the sixth largest fashion week in Europe. But there are 74 fashion weeks in the world, and in Europe, this one is the fifth or sixth largest fashion week. So this is amazing, and we were able to do this in a 2.5 year span, and we immediately started bringing from the very first edition of the fashion week. You have to accept just about anybody who says, okay, we want to do the fashion week and stuff. But then as the fashion week goes on, you grow, you have to become more selective. If the designers aren't improving rapidly, then um, you have to find other designers who are able to move with the cadence. Um, and sometimes you have team members that come on board for a season and then they're gone. But that's just the way it is because a fashion week is, and it's like a living creature. It is organic, and all living organic creatures, they change, they grow, they evolve on a daily basis, and you cannot be afraid of the change that comes along with a fashion week. You just have to say, okay, change is coming. I accept it, and I need to understand what I need to do in order to evolve with the changes that are coming. And over the years, we called in a lot of favors, and from the very first fashion week, we had like major international press coming to the fashion week, partnerships with international television broadcasters, um, online magazines, and so it was very good because when we started in Serbia, we had a very difficult time because a lot of the we did not have a lot of support coming from within the borders of Serbia, and we had to work hard in order to get people to first look at what we were actually doing. And when they finally came to see what was happening, they were like, "Oh my God, we can't believe you guys are doing this." And then we're announcing that, well, this is our celebrity guest, or this is the VIP that's coming. We had Donald Potal, the former, when we announced that the former CEO of Jean Paul Gaultier and the former president of the Chambre Sénégale de la Haute Couture Parisienne was coming. They were like, no, they're lying. They would never come. And then when he came, they were like, oh, he's here. So this is when we started getting a lot of serious attention, to the fashion week. And over the years, we've had very important VIPs coming, and in just 3 weeks' time, 3.5 weeks' time, our special guest of the fashion week is going to be Anna Fendi. She's the woman who made the fashion house, the luxury goods house Fendi, into an international powerhouse in luxury goods. And she did that before she sold the majority stake to the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy Group. So she's the special guest of honor. So what we did, we had very little financial means when we started. The president, she called in her contacts. I called in my contacts. She put her money in. I put some of my money into the thing and stuff, to pay for, little things that needed necessities and stuff, that our budget just